Started agency 4 months ago, is making $30,000 a month. Of that, around $28,000 is profit.
When speaking about hyper-successful finance YouTubers who have had a meteoric rise to success, we can't omit the mention of Iman Gadzhi. With a whopping 2.2 million subscribers and an impressive track record as a savvy entrepreneur, digital marketer, and the mastermind behind marketing agency IAG Media, it's safe to say he's achieved a level of success that most of us can only dream of. What's the real net worth of Iman Gadzhi? And how does a high school dropout legitimately become a multi-millionaire in just a few short years? Join me as I uncover all the mysterious details about Iman's wealth, and let's sort the myths from facts together.
Influx of options, whereas as a girl, you're getting hit up by all those dozens of guys that were DMing you while you were in a relationship.
Iman's background is a real-life rollercoaster ride that'll have you gripping the edge of your seat. Born to a single mother who had to hustle hard to make ends meet, his childhood was far from cushy. He had an abusive alcoholic father who abandoned his mother right during the collapse of the Soviet Union and right before Iman was born. This meant Iman grew up really poor and life was really tough for his family. But then, like a plot twist in a Hollywood movie, fate intervened. Iman's mother fell in love with a man in Moscow, and they all moved to London to start a new glamorous life. Suddenly, they were living in one of the nicer areas of the city, and Iman was attending a swanky private school. Talk about a glow up.
But I can tell you right now, in my position where I make tens of millions of dollars a year for my software companies.
Unfortunately, life had more twists in store for the family. His mother and stepdad split up, and they lost everything, thrusting Iman into the role of the provider at the tender age of 14. But instead of crumbling under the pressure, he rose to the challenge, and as they say, the rest is history. So let's take a look at the rest of that history.
With thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars of debt.
Early forays into business.
Not all men, a certain caliber of man, but that is a right that you have to earn.
According to Iman himself, he started his initial business on Instagram, buying and selling accounts, which earned him quite a decent sum of money at 15 years old. However, he lost it all by investing in one account that failed dramatically. The backstory of this failure can be traced back to when Iman was playing semi-professional football. He realized that he knew a bit about social media, and so he proceeded to tell the owner of the club how poorly their accounts were being run. Luckily, the owner agreed to let Iman manage their content and social media for a weekly cost of £75. And after conducting some research, he signed his second client for £1,500 and another for £750, earning £4,150 per month with 3 clients while still in high school.
And which we turned down. Because we know we're going to sell the company for hundreds of millions in the next 3 to 5 years.
But Iman didn't remain in high school for very long after this. His successes propelled him to fulfill a promise he made to himself earlier to drop out of high school once he started earning big. So after dropping out of high school, he secured more clients such as Zebra Fuel and Furo Systems, which propelled his income into the 6-figure threshold. However, his success was short-lived, as he started losing clients due to his inability to prove a return on investment for his social media management services. Iman's clients believed that the only way to grow their business using social media was through paid traffic, so he spent the next 6 months unsuccessfully selling Facebook ad services.
My mom she grew up the youngest of 7 in the Soviet Union. At some point when things were rough.
One day, while booking a surprise holiday for his mother on Expedia's website, he discovered the company's business model, connecting customers with services and wrapping it under the Expedia experience, which meant despite owning no planes or hotels, Expedia made more profits than the businesses that did. This realization prompted Iman to pivot his business strategy, and instead of developing Facebook ad services himself, he decided to outsource it and focus on sales and operations, while taking home the majority of the profits.
Form or fashion.
Scaling up to build the Iman Gadzhi agency. Moving on to the period after he made this pivot, Iman was once approached by a YouTube subscriber who wanted to learn how he built his agency. After agreeing to teach him, the student asked how much the charge was per hour, to which Iman responded £100. And after just 2 hours of coaching, the student landed his first client worth $1,500 per month. This brought Iman to the realization that he was undercharging and that he could teach others just like this first client. Thus, Iman created a program that offered a simple step-by-step formula that anyone could use to build their agency. He began initially by working with a test group of 50 students on February 1st, 2018, but within 12 months, they had over 1,100 enrolled customers. The venture was named growyouragency.com, and it was the amalgamation of individual courses he had previously offered. The agency reportedly has the best success stories in the industry, and the courses show people how Iman started and scaled his own online marketing agency to its fiercely profitable levels. He also created another course called the Iman Gadzhi Agency Navigator Fast Track. It aims to show anyone how to do what Iman has done and how to start a digital marketing agency that earns $10,000 plus per month. It does bear mentioning that there's been some controversy online, especially on Reddit, about Iman's agency Navigator achieving its lofty objectives. Several people claim that Iman is a scammer with no moral compass who only cares about money. Their words, not mine. But the evidence speaks for itself, because a lot of people have testified that building their social media presence has been easier with Agency Navigator, and that although it was a little expensive, it was a really good course.
That is the byproduct of hours and hours of work.
It doesn't stop there, as Iman decided to continue pushing and expanding his agency, which resulted in the creation of his overarching IAG media company. The company specializes in digital marketing and caters specifically to e-commerce businesses, and it also covers a popular social media marketing course which brought in $750,000 in revenue shortly after its inception. The course goes for $1,499 per student, and with a peak of 1,500 active students, that was about $2.2 million towards Iman's net worth. As for how much IAG Media made, it reportedly brought in over $60 million for its clients, and with Iman estimated to be making a 10% cut, so that's about $6 million in Iman's pockets. Now, if Iman's agency offered you a complimentary course, which course would you go for, and which business venture would you apply the insights you gained to? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button while you're at it.
On that note, it's not so much sitting down for 30, I can sit down and meditate for 30 minutes. I can sit down and meditate for an hour.
Closing IAG and starting new software company. In a surprising twist of events, Iman ran into some difficulties with his agency, particularly during the pandemic. He saw a drop in revenues for a bit, but he refused to give up and instead took the opportunity to improve his services and return stronger. Unfortunately, he ultimately decided to discontinue the marketing course and established a comprehensive education business instead. He expanded his team and completely rebranded the firm. In a video explaining why, Iman didn't seem at all upbeat about it, and he explained that the agency had somewhat served its purpose, which was for him to be able to take care of his mother so she could retire. Such a sweet mama's boy. On the positive end, he quit to begin a new software company together with the husband of a former client. The app is an all-in-one platform for agency owners. They can get paid, communicate with clients, and manage projects and tasks, all on the same platform. The agency management software aims to replace multiple tools like Slack, Asana, and Simple Invoices. Interestingly, the company got appraised at between $12 and $15 million by some venture capitalists in just 6 months of setting it up. So there's definitely no doubt in anyone's mind that it's going to be a huge hit, as with everything else Iman's done. Speaking of his other lucrative endeavors, NFTs and crypto ventures. He decided to enter the NFT market in 2021, and he made some solid investments and created his own NFT called Gents Croquet Club. The utility of his project is amazing. Members who purchase the NFT get access to a vault which has a lot of content like investing in crypto, watches, and interestingly, how to acquire multiple passports, residency, and so on.
Because it sounds terrible, but I was even thinking about this even before I even had money.
If you're wondering how all this came about, particularly the watches, well, in the management of his other businesses, Iman developed a knack for turning his watches into assets. His watch portfolio is now estimated to be worth about $3.5 million. He prefers to go for the Patek Philippe, Rolex, and Steel AP, plus he notably has a collection of Birkin bags, valued at an estimated $40,000. As for the passports offered in his NFT vaults, Iman himself has multiple passports. He's been seen living everywhere from Dubai to the UK and Cape Town, etc.
For me, Cape Town's a city that actually kind of reminds me a little bit of like LA.
The exclusive Gent Croquet Club price floor is about $9,000 with a 24-hour sales volume of 5.5 ETH. There are a total of 975 NFTs minted, held by 652 unique owners, and it has a total market cap of $8,820,161.24. Iman also arranges meetup sessions regularly with NFT members in Dubai, London, and it's been estimated that he has generated over $10 million from his NFT project. During Iman's best year in IAG Media in 2021 and a best single month in profit of $160,000, he decided to divest some of the money he earned from his agency by investing in crypto. He publicly put $1 million from his agency bank account in December Eve of 2020 in crypto. 6 months later, he posted his $7 million crypto portfolio to YouTube. Since then, he's continued to invest in cryptos, and his crypto assets are currently worth between $10 and $12 million, depending on the daily crypto swings.
If you have 100 million in the bank.
YouTube and overall net worth. While at all the ups and downs of establishing his businesses, Iman never stopped working on his health and fitness. He started his wellness journey early in his career, which he extended to help his friends and family. He later shared his tips and tricks on a YouTube channel, and today his channel has over 2.2 million subscribers. And although he began his YouTube career as a fitness content creator, he now provides a lot of business building advice. Of course, Iman earns some revenue from YouTube as well, and it's estimated to bring him about $120,000 per month, or more than $1 million per year.
Added into Telegram groups and started this whole process of buying, flipping accounts, selling promotions, etc., etc.
So overall, from the journey through each stage of his wealth creation, it's pretty undebatable that Iman has been legitimately able to gather a net worth of $25 to $30 million. If anything, the figures are quite possibly upwards of that. This next video will blow your mind. Are you ready?